My name is Mo Brown.
It's your boy Van Deezy.
We are the Upstate New York Knicks fans. Welcome to another episode of the Upstate New York Knicks podcast. We are Knicks fans located in Syracuse, New York, upstate New York to be precise.
Yes.
But we were born in Brooklyn. However, wherever you are in New York State, Poughkeepsie, Syracuse, Harlem, the Bronx, you could take me out the city, but the garden is in my heart. And it'll always be. How you doing, Ham?
I'm doing good. I started laughing. Because I remember Clyde said that.
Wait, what you said?
He said everything above Harlem is upstate.
Oh, he said it with his own chest too. Washington Heights.
I thought that was mad funny.
I respect it.
He said, whether you in Poughkeepsie, Harlem. I'm like,
well, no. Let me be clear. Upstate does not start at 140th Street. Does not start north of Harlem. Starts much further. But yes, I'm gonna take this moment. Shout out our producers, Smooth Fam ENT.
Smooth Fam
in the house. Definitely executive producing the podcast. But yeah, this was a week. This was a week as Knicks fans. It is always a week. Oh man, I feel like this is the first time we got legit fired Tibbs rumors. Like, I felt like it was gonna happen. This is the first time I was like, they really might do it.
This is a fact. This is a fact.
It's a real wild world out there, but
I knew it wouldn't happen, but I dreamed.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. That's all you can do.
It's one thing to lose games, but to lose games like we did, what was that, Saturday? Saturday versus the Mavs. You never want that. It's not what you want on your home court. Just getting punched by Tim Hardaway Jr. Just getting lit up. Tim Hardaway Jr. Did he have 6? Was it 6 in the third quarter? Tim Hardaway Jr. It was at least 5 threes in the third. It was just Tim Hardaway Jr. Granted, I think he's a fine player and all that goodness.
What is pain? Let's talk about it. What is pain, people? What is pain? Pain is Tim Hardaway Jr., former Knick. Wait, don't even say former Knick. Twice former Knick. Drafted by the Knicks. Left to Atlanta. Came back to the Knicks. Got traded
again
with Porzingis.
Tough
to come back
and now cook us amazingly. But yeah, no, let's go through these games. Cause so y'all gonna hear my narrative here because y'all told me Donovan Mitchell was a star. And watching him after watching Giannis and Luka, I don't know if y'all was right. I'm not gonna hold you. I think y'all lied to me. I feel lied to. But we're gonna get into it because we played some stars this week. So we in Milwaukee? We went to Milwaukee, right?
We did.
Yeah, it wasn't in the Garden. So we went to Milwaukee. That was a winnable game. That was the
109, 103.
Yeah, that was Mitchell Robinson's best game, I think, as a Knick. Mitch, he did his thing. I'll give Mitch his flowers. I wish he could have made them free throws down the stretch, but I wish everybody could have made free throws down the stretch.
Everybody was selling
on free throws. Brunson missed one. There was a situation where they got the ball to Brunson.
Everybody was selling.
Like, he was coming to the ball. He's like, give me the ball. They gave him the ball. And then he blew it. Missed the free throw. But
it was tough.
It was an okay game to watch. So let's be clear. I went into it with, minimal expectations. I know who we are. I know who they are. They have a star. Like, y'all say, like, oh, you in the league like this, you need stars to win games. And they got one. They got a legit one. And he showed out. 37, 13, and 7. Like a star should do. He did foul out
on a Wednesday. Don't forget that.
On a Wednesday.
Just a Wednesday.
Casual. In Milwaukee. Not even in the Garden. Like, it wasn't even like big lights moment. This is just who he is. But no, I think Mitch did a really good job guarding him. Kind of stuff won't show up on the stat sheet. He did have 15 points, and I think he had 11 offensive rebounds. That's obviously going to show up. But, Mitch, he said it the first time we played Milwaukee and he didn't show up. He got in foul trouble and he didn't let that happen again. He was a factor in this game. He did, he did his job.
Mitch
made it hard for Giannis, and that's really all you can ask because Giannis is going to get his.
Mitch played a good game. Yeah. RJ played a good game.
RJ played an okay game. We'll get into that. I have qualms.
By his current standards, he played.
No, by his good, by his current standards,
by his
he played
extremely
a good game.
mid standards, he played a good game.
Extremely mid.
Jalen, he missed a free throw. That was a tough miss, man. I was mad at him. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
This game,
I'm gonna be objective. I was mad as hell he missed that free throw. It was just a nasty game because it was one of those games, as y'all remember, we called it. It was an L. We knew Giannis would come in.
It was like a calendar L at first, but by halftime, I was like, I don't know. We could win this game. I really felt like we had a chance to win it, and that's what made it hurt so much more.
Nah, it was tough. And like you said, even though you said it was in Milwaukee, it was actually in the Garden.
It was in the Garden?
He actually cooked us at home.
That's extra tough.
This was a 3-game homestand.
Okay. Okay.
So
I'm catching.
He cooked us. Mm-hmm. Drew with 22.
Mm-hmm.
Cooked us. Bobby Shmurda Portis. Former Knick. 10 and 12. 12 boards is tough off the bench. I'm not even gonna lie. That's just annoying. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
So my discrepancy with this game and the reason why I feel like we just are so bad is that you just see that besides the fact that they have a star and that's Giannis, but they're getting contributions from their bench.
Yep.
I feel like what's being lost is that while our starters are being mid, our bench is also being mid.
I'll give you that. They pick their spots.
That's mid.
There's some moments where like Obi can't miss. There's some moments where IQ literally looks like the best player on the court.
There are. And then there are some moments.
Far and few.
And there are some moments they look like, yo, what is going on, bro? Like this is a perfect example of that type of game. Like,
let's hear it.
We got 11 people off the bench. First of all, and we'll get into this a little later, Tom Thibodeau playing Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
And I like Derrick Rose,
I love Derrick Rose. And this is like the third time.
We say this weekly. We say this weekly. Like,
we have
Derrick,
4 episodes.
If you ever listen to this, I need you to know I love you from the bottom of my heart. If you pulled up right now and was like, yo, bro, I need your car to drive to Chicago, I would give you my car because I love you and I trust you.
Yes.
However, you can't guard. You need to start playing.
It was just so many it was just so many mistakes down the stretch.
Yes.
Like,
what's your takes on the three? RJ going under the screen and letting Grayson Allen shoot loose.
I was trying to slow play it, but we here now. All right,
we talking about the Bucks game.
So the most important part of that game is
the last 2 minutes.
Is the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yes. Set Twitter on fire. We might need to talk about that as its own segment too, but the last 2 minutes.
It set Twitter on fire.
Oof.
Okay.
A lot happened.
So my theory is this.
Let's hear it.
It wasn't a good shot. Like, it wasn't a good shot.
Grayson Allen shot or RJ shot?
Neither of them were good shots.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Like, Grayson Allen's shot was a better shot because Grayson Allen had RJ go under the screen. And if you go under the screen as a basketball player and you are a shooter, well, at least masquerading as a shooter or shooting is your day job. Like, that's what Grayson Allen is on the team to do. Grayson Allen is not on the team to dribble,
the paint,
or
attack,
facilitate. No, he's not on the floor for that.
He's there to catch and shoot.
Yes, and occasionally dive to the basket and get easy layups, like,
and foul.
So Grayson Allen's shot, I'm not mad at it. Yeah. I'm not even mad at RJ going under the screen. Like,
me neither.
I'm not mad at RJ going under the screen. Like, in the moment, I was like, RJ, he's an idiot. He's a shooter. Like, don't go under the screen.
Yes.
But given game time situation, like, it was a good screen set. Like, if you go over the screen, he's going to get either to the rack or he's going to step forward and hit the 2-point. Like, and we're still down 2.
Yeah.
So, like, at the further analysis, like, after you give yourself 24 hours to kind of just think rationally, and that's what we're going to do here. Like, we're not going to just, like, I got some irrational takes.
But from a basketball standpoint, you understand And then more what my thought process was, Grayson Allen had not hit a 3-point shot that game. He was not shooting particularly well. So if I'm RJ, I'm not even thinking the play is drawn up for him.
No.
Because why are you coming out the timeout drawing up plays for Grayson Allen? But the play is
never drawn up for Grayson Allen.
This is true, and I guess that's a part of the decoy.
I'm giving it to, is Giannis on the floor? Drew's on the floor.
I think Giannis had fouled out by him. I think
Giannis did foul out.
But still, they got Drew. They got better players to shoot.
Schmurda.
I'm guessing that this is a Drew Holiday moment.
Brook Lopez.
Yeah, I'm guessing, like, in my head, I'm guessing that the whole screen is really just to get Grayson to start the action and get us switching, rotating, and see what happens.
Okay.
But he came open, took the shot. He made a big shot.
Okay. So this is my second part of this take,
okay.
Right? So after I got into, so initially, I hated this shot.
RJ shot now?
I
now
hated
RJ shot. Okay.
Initially. I'm going to say I hated it.
Yeah.
Hated it. Like,
Same,
it was so, I was like,
nuts.
What are you
it was
doing?
So nuts.
You are a nut. Like, that was a nut shot. What are you doing?
I've said this before.
I was so mad.
RJ, there is never a shot that he doesn't like.
Hated this shot.
Yeah, it was a real nasty shot in real time.
In real time, it was a disgusting shot. I'm not going to lie. But after further analysis, I have downgraded to I just don't like the shot.
Yes.
I just don't like the shot. I don't like the game situation. It speaks a lot to the IQ of the situation. Like, IQ of RJ, like, Rowan, like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, and it's going to get to my grandest scheme point because my theory is that this is all Tip's fault. All Tip. I'm not even going to lie to you. No.
I mean,
and I'm going to say this objectively. Like, this is all Tip's fault. First of all,
let's hear it.
If Jalen Brunson is not the person that's taking the last shot, you have to have a play. Like, if the
full stop.
Like, if we're going like, if Jalen bringing the ball up, like he gave the ball to RJ took the shot. Like, he jabbed him, he took the shot.
Yes.
It's a bad shot. Like, it's not.
They didn't run a play though.
But it wasn't a play.
There was no play.
There was no play ran. Yes. You got 13 seconds.
It was basically out of the timeout.
Yeah.
Like, Grayson hit the shot. Was it literally out of the timeout?
I don't think it was out of the timeout.
It wasn't right out of the timeout, but there was a timeout called before Grayson shot. Yes. And you got to know there's either going to be a tie game, down by 2,
or down by
3.
And, like, that's what I'm saying.
like, you got to know.
What was the discussion here? Like,
I don't think
the discussion was not Jalen bring the ball up. Jalen passed the ball to RJ. RJ jabbed and RJ threw. Like that.
This was in the huddle like, RJ, if you got the shot, just take it. YOLO.
No, not at 13 seconds.
Yeah,
bro.
It was way too early in the clock.
And that's what I'm saying. That in the grand scheme of things, this is all Tip's fault. Like, RJ, it was a bad shot.
Yes.
Like, but when you look at the play, Jalen passed the ball up. Yes. Julius is posting up.
Yeah.
But RJ, who could get past.
Who was guarding him?
It might have been Grayson. He was trying to get Grayson back. He could get past Grayson Allen. But you got Brook Lopez in the paint.
Yep.
NBA leader in shot
He's
block.
literally the number 1 shot block in the sport.
Yes. Like, he is the one that you don't come in the paint because he's going to block your shot.
This is true.
If we move the ball around, first of all, we got 13 seconds left. You can't tell me within 13 seconds, and this was my argument with this was my only qualm with how Knicks Twitter kind of took this, especially like the RJ stands, and they was like, yo, it wasn't a bad shot. And I'm like, it was a bad shot, bro. Like, it was a bad shot. Like, it's a bad shot. Like, it's not like he hasn't taken bad shots before.
Players take bad shots. Players make bad shots. But that don't change the fact that it was a bad shot.
Yes, it was a bad shot. Like, 13 seconds, and you're not gonna explain that away that it was a bad shot.
Yes.
Now, do we crucify him for taking a bad shot? No, this is development. Like, you got to learn that that's not a good shot, bro.
Especially in this situation.
Like, with 13 seconds left. Like, I know we have high expectations of RJ. I do, because he is making over $100 million.
Yeah.
I've stated that. You are the third overall pick, making over $100 million
you have
to play sports. And I understand that takes a lot of time and dedication, but that also takes you taking a second to think about what you're doing, my guy. Like, bro.
You gotta be smart in that situation.
Like, that's just take it out. I will give the ball back to Jalen. Julius, if you're going to post up, Post up away from Brook Lopez.
Yeah, post up away from Brook Lopez. Make them double.
Yes, like
play
you could
basketball.
get a better shot. You could get a better shot than RJ jab, RJ 3. And I'm sorry. RJ,
really
who's not the best 3-point shooter on the floor at the time.
Yeah.
He's not the best 3-point shooter on the floor at the time. So you can't even justify it. It's not like you had freaking Steve Novak out there jab 3, and Steve Novak is not jabbing nobody. He's pulling.
That's not what you want.
So it's like, it was just situational. It was a situational fart, bro. Like, I did not like the end of the game execution at all. And we had problems with that, like, throughout the season.
Honestly, throughout the RJ Julius era, that has been our like Achilles heel down the stretch. Honestly, that's why. So I'm with you. I'm with you that it's Tibbs, because I wish they would have had a play coming out. I'm going to be critical. So RJ is like, if we doing a scale, 50% RJ at least. That's a bad shot. You should know better. You really should. I'm put maybe 40% RJ, 40% Tibbs, because there clearly was no play. They did not run a play. There was no thought to run a play. None of that. But I'm putting the last 20% on Jalen. Jalen, you're the point guard. You gave the ball to RJ. Granted, he was the hot hand, but I think you should have held it a little longer. Like there was pressure, but like RJ wasn't open when you passed to him. It's not like you gave it to him in a catch and shoot situation. And I want the ball in your hands.
That would be a great shot.
Yeah, if it was a catch and shoot situation, I'll take that. I would have felt much better.
Rhythm?
I don't think anybody would have argued with the shot if it was a catch and shoot shot, or at least I definitely would have. I would have, honestly, if RJ take that shot, I'm thinking it's the Celtics, and we about to send them a packet. Like, I'm thinking that. Just I got confidence in him down the stretch.
That was at
At
the
buzzer. But I wanted Jalen to bring the ball up, survey it. We had 13 seconds. Survey the defense. Get a good play. As long as you get a play off, you get a good shot off with with like 8 seconds left, then we can play the free throw game. Let's foul, But it just looked like everything was rushed. Like, it just looked like we were in a hurry.
Everything was rushed.
Yeah.
That was the problem with it.
That's
it was a rushed possession. It was disgusting. Like, it was really gross. Not gonna lie, you ruined a good Mitch game. And we don't get 20-point Mitch games often, so I was annoyed a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was annoyed.
A 20-board, 15-point game, and we ruined it.
Ruined it.
Are we gonna talk about the Knicks Twitter fallout of this game, or we gonna say that for later?
Oh my God!
I really want to talk.
Nah, let's talk about it now. It's a part of the preview. It's a part of the preview we talk about. All right, so Knicks Twitter,
give them
Knicks Twitter was in shambles.
In shambles.
Shambles.
This moment.
Shambles.
Oh, man. I was watching it from afar. Let's be clear. So I'll kid you not. I'm at work. So I work at Onondaga Community College. I'm serving the kids, doing what I do. Guru texts me like, yo, are you watching Knicks Twitter? I'm like, nah. He's like, yo, get on this Twitter space. It was the Twitter spaces. So you got to catch me up from here because I wasn't able to get in there. But I did see some of the tweets responding.
All right. So first of all, shout out Knicks Chatter Day After.
Okay.
Great space.
Yes.
I'm always tuned in.
Yes.
Most of the times from Upstate Knicks.
Yep. We love the Knicks content creator community. I would say Knicks Twitter is probably the best sports Twitter.
We love Knicks Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, it's the best sports
it is
Twitter.
The best
we
sports
are
Twitter,
a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
And it's legit entertainment throughout the day.
Mad fun. I love
it. It's legit entertainment throughout the day. All right, so
it's nonstop too. It's always something going on. Somebody.
So just to briefly catch everybody up. So
yes.
Next Chatter Day After, there was big talk in there between two of the hosts. I'm not gonna give them that much promo, but
just two of the hosts. Okay.
Two of the hosts was had a verbal disagreement. I'm gonna say
okay,
verbal disagreement. I'm gonna say
and sides were formed,
and it
were formed. It split the community into
set the community ablaze.
Tough.
It was about RJ though. It was about whether or not the shot was a good shot versus a bad shot. And it brought up like a great topic, great topic about how, people are just not objective when it comes to RJ Barrett. he is an enigma like that is becoming the likes of Julius Randle. Like, I don't think there's a neutral RJ fan out there. I think that it is like literally it is literally left and right at this point.
You either love him or you hate him. And
so to make a long story short, it broke up. They broke up. They broke the band up. It was a big thing.
It was a group that was together.
A lot of the support group in there,
Mm-hmm.
Tried to pick them up like, yo, don't do that, this, that, and the third. And I was just in the background, just enjoying the content. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like some vulgarities were.
Oh, there was a lot of vulgarities in there.
Folks getting tight when the vulgarities come.
I was like, brother, we just in here. We just in here to talk about the Knicks.
We just in here to talk about the Knicks peacefully. Like, this is where Twitter, like, in the grand scheme of things, with Nick talk about the sports team on a social media site. Like,
that's all we doing.
It's not that serious.
That shows you how much
passion
the fan base is so passionate, bro.
So passionate.
But yeah, we're not gonna get too much into the gossip. But at the end of the day, it was a tough day, and I have the State of Knicks Twitter right now. #InShambles. We have no idea where to go. Send
really
help.
Don't. Yeah, Knicks Twitter is going through it. Honestly, we need a move. Like, we need Tibbs to get fired. We need a big trade
to rally us together.
We need something to unite behind. Like, they got to go on the winning streak or something because we are going to kill each other.
We are at each other's throats. I think we are at the precipice right now.
Yeah,
I think there's gonna be a time where it is like legit, like
beef,
blue Knicks versus orange Knicks.
Yes.
And that is
legit.
Not going to be a fun time.
I get it, though, because some fans really came into the season with this crazy expectation that we were going to compete for a title. And granted, y'all did that to yourself. I don't know who told y'all we was competing for a title. I don't know who told y'all we was the Celtics, the Bucks, any of that. But because they came into the season with that expectation, they can't believe that we submit. And let me tell you, we are submit.
We are.
You need to accept 42 and 42 or 41 and 41. Like, we are going to be in that ballpark regardless. Hopefully. Yeah, we might.
Hopefully.
We might. But yeah, barring a great move, we're going to be submits. But if you take all these Knicks fans that's passionate, that got title expectations, and you put them all on the same social media site where there's no consequences physically, folks are gonna start chatting.
They're gonna start speaking vulgarities.
That's a fact. Let's move to Dallas. I really don't want to talk about this game,
Jesus Christ.
but I feel like we have to because it was disgusting, but it exposed some things that needed exposing.
All right,
I'll say
so
that.
Dallas, right? I'm going to try to speak objectively about
another
this
star.
game.
Let's be clear, another real star.
Number one,
Luka Doncic.
His name is Luka.
He came in.
His name is Luka. Jay Sean Doncic. Because ain't no way he should be cooking brothers like that. I'm sorry. Ain't no way.
Something got really up. Tough. Yeah, we got cooked by Luka.
All right.
Give us
so like I told you guys, I'm not openly admitting that that Knicks South, I'm sorry, is better than Knicks regular.
Knicks, the New York Knicks.
The New York Knicks, New York Knickerbockers. But boy, did they look.
This box score is so hard to look at.
All right.
Tim Hardaway Jr. at 28 points.
All right. So we prefaced this.
Minutes.
We prefaced this in the beginning. So we all know we got cooked by Timmy.
Yes.
We all know we got cooked by Timmy, right?
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Twice former Knick.
It's so tough.
Let's just not skim past the fact that Luka just had the calmest 30 points. Like, it was very easy.
He is a star. This is what stars do in situations like this. This is Luka Doncic. He had 38 and 7 in 29.
Oh, don't forget the 3 blocks he had because he's 6'9" and he's not in shape. So he's just out here cooking you. This non-in shape Slovenian man is out here cooking us, bro. Consistently. This is what he does.
Jr. shot 8, but he made 8 3-pointers. 8 for 13.
It's
Man.
tough. It's tough.
Really tough.
It's so tough. I'm not going to lie. Tim Hardaway Jr. cooking us is really the downfall of the night because it literally looked like he was out there being Klay Thompson, and it was disgusting.
Tim Hardaway Jr. did what y'all thought Donovan Mitchell was going to do. Tim Hardaway came and said, "Oh, y'all want to get rid of me? Y'all don't want to bring me? Y'all don't want me? I say less. I'm gonna cook y'all in y'all building that I used to play in."
This is hilarious,
and he did it.
All right, so let's talk about this third because that's the most important part.
Yeah, the third quarter we were outscored 41-15. Yeah, this is not a typo, y'all. In the third quarter,
26 points.
We were outscored 41-15.
By whom? Tim Hardaway Jr.
They were clamping us and getting buckets at an alarming rate. It was both
at an alarming rate.
It was worse than the OKC game because at least we were scoring 2 in that game. But in the third quarter, I don't know what happened. I don't know what Tibbs is telling them at halftime. That might need to get discussed. That might need to be a segment.
I need him to not say that.
I don't know
again.
what he's talking. What? Because we come out flat after halftime. That's just a thing we do. Our third quarter of doom is very consistent.
Just gonna put on table.
And
not even to cut you off.
What is it?
Hey, this gonna sound like some hate. 13 minutes of Derrick Rose.
Ooh.
13 minutes of Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
4 points. 2 rebounds. 3 assists. 2 for 6 from the field.
Don't do
-4.
The -4.
Why is Derrick Rose playing? We gotta stop playing Derrick Rose. Y'all gonna make me do this. So Derrick Rose.
And I like Derrick Rose. I really do.
Jalen Brunson had a bad week. We can put that on the table. 13 points this week. 13 points this game. I thought he was going to come back and give Luka the business.
Yeah.
He did not.
He did not.
It was not a good week for Jalen Brunson.
Team high -26.
Disgusting. That means that Luka said, "Excuse me, sir, I'm coming to cook you." And he did. And he did.
And he did just
Rowan, 13, 6, and 3. 1 for 3 from the 3.
Yuck.
Oh, my goodness.
The game was bad. Julius did his thing early. He was getting going. And I appreciate, there was a point in the second where, it felt like they was feeding a hot hand. They was letting him, do his thing. And I like that. We got 3 players that can get hot at any moment. And when one of them hot, don't make it hard. Give that person the ball. But
that's all I ask.
But that third quarter can never happen again. There's so many things about that quarter that was just killing me.
Hawks.
I don't know.
It was the Hawks.
It was the Hawks. But the Hawks, I'm more okay with because I'm willing to accept that Jonte Murray is a next level talent. I think Jonte Murray is up there with Donovan, with Brunson. I don't think that about Tim Hardaway Jr. I think Tim Hardaway Jr. is just a solid role play. He's a catch and shoot guy. Why are we letting Tim Hardaway Jr. go off? I think he had 5 threes in the third. The third alone. He just was shooting. It was nuts. It was all catch and shoot,
he was
too.
Open,
he was open. We kept leaving him open. If you look around.
It was after the first one, maybe I should call a timeout.
Guard
He's a streaky shooter.
He's getting hot.
What is the scouting report on Tim Hardaway Jr.? The scouting report on Tim Hardaway Jr., former Knick, is he is a streaky shooter.
Yes.
We have seen this with our own
We have seen it on our side of it. We have
witnessed both bad sides of Tim Hardaway Jr. and the good side of Tim Hardaway Jr. not once.
28 points in 28 minutes.
But
28
twice.
points in 28 minutes from Tim Hardaway Jr.
Disgusting.
I would have felt better if it was Dwight Powell. Obviously, if Luka went for 50, nothing you could you just got a whole lot. Luka did have 30. He had a very calm 30, but that game hurt. That was the first game that I didn't turn it off because we started to get in was it Svi? Was boy name? We was getting those minutes at the end. I can't even pronounce boy name.
Svi. That's what I call him.
Right?
My guy Svi.
It's SVI.
Yes.
I'm going with Svi. But I watched it to see his minutes, but I wanted much more. I will shout out Quickly. Quickly was doing his thing. A lot of garbage time points, but I think Quickly is taking a step. He's taking the third year step that, you should really take if you are, being asked more. He kind of has the Alec Burks role now where, We asked him to make something happen for us off the bench, and he's thriving. He's thriving in that role, but it's not enough. You can't have that happen on your home court. Period. Point blank. It shouldn't happen on the road either. But a 41, it should never happen. But a 41,
it should really never happen ever.
Is absolutely nuts. That's all I'm gonna say on that. It was a nasty game to watch. But that's what happens when stars come into the Garden. They do star things.
All right. So the real narrative here is that this game was the game I thought Tom Thibodeau was going to be fired.
Yes.
Was he fired? He was not.
He was not.
He is still our coach as of Monday, December 5th at 11:15 p.m. Unfortunately,
he lucked out by it being a back-to-back.
Oh my
I think that helped him.
God. So there's so many reasons. There are so many reasons why Tom Thibodeau should be fired after this game.
Pick one. It's plentiful. You can just
lack of clock awareness, lack of the game, lack of game which
lack of ability to tell your players to guard Tim Hardaway Jr.
Not lighting a fire. He's getting texts at random times at the end of the game when everybody's already done being cooked. Yeah. Like it was nasty. Like it was disgusting, honestly.
Derrick Rose playing all these minutes. There's a lot of reasons you could have smoked Tibbs after this game. And let's be clear, I think it's coming. I think we are gonna get the Tibbs firing this season. And Leon, Dolan, whoever does it, just know you will be heralded by the fan base. The locker room might not be with you at first because they seem to like Tibbs. But the fan base, we are going to be jubilant. Okay? Because we are tired of this.
Jumping with joy.
For joy. For absolute joy. And I don't know.
It don't make no sense.
I don't know what it's going to take to do it.
It don't make no sense.
My friend, I'll shout out my boy Black, Tariq. He texted me after the game and he was like, if this don't get Tibbs fired, I don't know what will. And I'm kind of with him. Because that was horrible. That was the worst performance I've seen in a while.
Since the Hawks.
I thought the Hawks game was the worst game of the year, but that was hard to watch. It was bad getting cooked like that, but then the fact that it was Tim Hardaway Jr. doing it to us, that
didn't make no sense.
Extra level of disrespect. It was painful.
Tibbs is still here, guys.
Tibbs is still here.
I'm sorry.
He's not going anywhere.
He's not.
We got to dig in. This is what it is.
He's not. All right, let's move on. Let's move on because this is just gonna depress me. All right. So Sunday, we played the Cleveland Cavaliers. Donnie, he came home.
We didn't get no updates from the trade.
We did.
I'm shocked. I'm not gonna hold you. I was definitely.
So I have a theory. I
was expecting him.
So this is a Knicks podcast, but as you know, Donovan Mitchell's father works for the New York Nets.
Okay.
The theory is that when we lost Jacob the GOAT, this weekend, Donovan Mitchell was so distraught.
He couldn't handle it. He is a Mets fan.
It was so hard to get him out of the.
He was
so hard to get him out of bed.
Man, my Mets.
He's a Mets fan first.
Mm-hmm.
So
that theory is solid.
That may have some credence into his poor performance.
That's one
Sunday.
Theory. You know my theory. I don't think y'all want to hear my theory because my theory does not give him.
So let's get into the game before we get into your theory. All right. So it was a
92-81. We won.
It was a 90s game.
It was a 90s basketball. It was the travel game.
Mm-hmm.
I think we set the record,
yes,
right?
We set the record. 13 travels. 13 travels.
It was really
only the
nasty.
way the Knicks can.
Yes. Although they was traveling too. It was like the refs really woke up and they said, "Yo, I bet everybody want to watch us blow this whistle."
It was disgusting.
I bet everybody came to the game to watch us, and y'all gonna get it.
It was disgusting.
We gonna do this hand motion all game.
All right. So 92-81.
Yep.
We got good Jalen Brunson game. His only good game of the week. 23.
Yep.
23-4.
Who was the primary person guarding him? I'm just curious.
Who was the primary person guarding Jalen Brunson?
Who was? Because I know.
Oh, you know
I was
who
watching.
it was?
But who was it?
Who was it?
It was Donovan Mitchell. I'm just going to put that out there. That Brunson had his only good game with Donovan Mitchell guarding him.
So, this was an interesting game, mainly because Deuce Hive.
Great game for the Deuce Hive.
First guard off the bench. Him along with untouchable Q.
His stat line is so beautiful.
His stat line, wait, give it to him.
Deuce McBride played 16 minutes. He had a +6, which is that's what you want. That's the positive. That's the goods.
I have it as a +8.
Oh yeah, +8. My reading is hard. +8. That's even better. +8.
Don't short my guy.
2 assists. 0 for 4 from the field. 0 for 4 from 3 for 0 points. Do you know how much defense you gotta be playing
to get 16 minutes?
So you have a +8 with no points. And let's be clear, I want him again. I think he had a great game. He was making Garland work. He was making Mitchell work.
So we have Deuce
Hive. I love that.
So the combo of Deuce Hive and untouchable Q, Deuce Hive on Darius Garland to the tune of 5 for 19, 17 points, 3 assists. Darius Garland averages 9 assists a game, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. And untouchable Q, a.k.a. Alcatraz Q,
I ain't gonna hold y'all.
a.k.a. San Quentin.
He might be.
San Quentin.
I think we got two.
Give me my nickname. I'm putting that on the table. San Quentin.
I think we got 2 Defensive Player of the Year candidates, and neither of them is Mitchell Robinson.
So I said pre-production, right? Defensive Player of the Year, Cam Reddish. First of all,
I'm standing by that.
My guy. I'm still here for it. That's another storyline. Cam Reddish did not play. Yes. I'm very upset about that.
Same.
But has the torch for co-defensive player of the year been passed to Quentin Grimes? Because my God.
Duress.
That man had Donovan.
He had him in duress.
He
was really going through it. And I kind of felt bad for him. But then I remembered y'all told me he was a star. He should be able to handle this. Luka did. Giannis did. Why you can't? You a star. Be a star.
I'm gonna let you start this narrative up, right? So as you guys know, we won.
We did win.
We won.
By 11.
I'm gonna say mainly because Quentin Grimes and Deuce McBride.
Yeah.
Quentin Grimes, only 4 points, but the brother is playing defense.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. He can't find a shot right now. It's not dropping. He has been selling me on the over.
Has he made one?
He's made a couple, but he's not hitting them. Like,
he's not.
His ball is too good.
Yeah.
It's too good to not be dropping. Every time he shoot, I think it's going in.
I like that he's still shooting because he can shoot. He's not a bad shooter. Like, he's not Jared
also
Jeffries,
not getting a lot of shots.
He is not getting a lot of shots, and all of his shots are wide open. Like, they aren't guarding him. Like, he's usually the other guy behind Quick, behind RJ. Like, he's the one they not paying attention to. And you're a professional basketball player, especially point guard. You wide open, you got to shoot that shot. We want you to make it. But you got to take that shot. So I appreciate him for doing that. Honestly, Quentin, there's a lot of times where Quentin, he attacks the closeouts. They close out on him and he tries to drive. And I like you, Quentin. You have the ability to drive, but we want you shooting. We ain't draft you for your driving ability. We drafted you to shoot.
But, all right, I gotta give some Quentin some props.
Okay.
So Quentin Grimes, I now have a power ranking on Guru's favorite Knicks.
Okay, let's
I have a power.
The Guru's favorite Knicks. I'm not gonna do the ESPN sound.
Jalen Brunson is number 1, as you know. That is extremely obvious. It's never been more obvious ever.
Yes.
Number 2 is Quentin Grimes.
Okay.
Quentin Grimes is my number 2.
He moved up fast.
Yes, he did. He did.
Okay.
He is my guy.
Why is this?
Because I know he's the goods. I know he's the goods. I can tell. Like, you know when you could tell somebody's the goods, they just not getting the... Like, he's not... He's an afterthought in the offense. Like, it's not even remotely obvious. But it's little things I see him do, and I'm like,
yes,
you got it. You got to let him touch the ball a little bit more. Like even when he attacked the basket, like, he is good enough where I think that if he decided to just go up, I would be okay with it. Like,
Like if he was
but
that guy.
Sometimes he be in the air and then he throw a little. You feel me?
Yeah,
and I be like the pass, the little bounce, full court bounce he gave to Miles.
Oh, okay.
Before Miles threw up the alley to Obi that got blocked, I was like, okay,
that's a dime. Yeah,
okay. I like his intangibles. I'm an intangibles guy.
I've said this on record. My toxic trait is that I watch Steph, Clay, and Draymond, and I think Obi, Quentin, and IQ can do that. I do. I stand by that.
I like the way Quentin Grimes plays basketball. I think he plays it the right way, and I think that
incredibly high basketball IQ.
He's smart. He's just smart.
Player.
He's just smart. He's just smart. You could tell like he's gonna make the right decision. I like him. My third favorite, of course, is Defensive Player of the Year, Cam Reddish. He's on the bench right now. I don't understand it at all. He had two bad games. I'm gonna give him that.
Yeah,
but I feel like you got
somebody
you got to earn some cachet. Like you got to earn some cachet. If Rowan earned some cachet, like he's not Rowan, but come on, bro. Like you played him. He was out before Quentin was out.
No minutes is nuts. But
this is a product of trying to give Derrick Rose all the minutes, and then he didn't play Derrick Rose.
He didn't.
He didn't play Derrick Rose. He played Deuce, which I'm okay with.
Yes,
but
going forward too, I'm okay.
I need Cam Reddish as well to play.
Yes,
at this point,
yes,
Tibbs has me. If he just plays Cam as well.
Yes,
like I don't need to see anybody else. Respectfully, like I would like to see Jericho, but that's just not the reality of the situation right now.
Yeah.
But Deuce Hive, we hear.
Great game by Deuce. I will say, so this won't show up on the stat sheet, but this was a game where I felt Mitchell Robinson's presence was looming very large. So Cleveland, they got a lot of guards that like to drive. Mitchell, Garland, they were not trying to go up on him.
Were shook.
They were shook.
No,
Daddy.
You could say it
was fun to watch on this side. I'm sure as a Cleveland fan that couldn't have been fun, but there was one time like Garland like went for the layup, but he tried to go mad high off the backboard for no reason, and Mitch didn't even really contest it that much. He was just shook, and he blew the layup.
I'm gonna say it was a great Mitch week.
Great Mitch.
It was one of the better Mitch weeks we've had in a really long time.
Yeah.
And he has like good games and stuff, but he put together a solid 3 games this week.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Even if it is like it doesn't show up in the points. Mitch played defense yesterday. I was like, you might give Mitch one touch, play in the post or something. Like,
you might need to
my man working. My man working. At least let him try something.
He's working.
He working on the boards.
Mitch is what so I'm a Jets fan too, y'all know. So the Jets, we have a great team, but our pass rush is very consistent. Every week we're going to rush the passer. That's how I feel about Mitch on defense. Mitch is going to be there. He's going to alter shots. He's going to block shots. He's going to our defense is very different with him on and off the court. I don't know the numbers, but I'm willing to bet they support it just because his presence looms large. He's the only player that they are afraid of, and it matters. It really matters, but I think it was a good game by him. I am going to stay on so y'all told me Mitchell was a star. Y'all told me that we need to trade the house for Mitchell and then figure it out afterwards. Y'all told me that if you got a star, you win games like this down the stretch. Y'all told me to get rid of Quentin Grimes. Y'all told me to trade Quentin Grimes and RJ and Mitch and Obi and 6 picks for this guy. And he got locked up. Let's be real. He got locked up. Quentin Grimes, granted, I think Quentin is one of the best defenders in the league. I really can't name 5 defenders better than him. The only person I could name off the top of my head that I know, we got Giannis.
Drew Holiday.
We got Drew. We got Cam Reddish. Marcus Smart. That's pretty much it. From here, I'm taking Quentin with pretty much everybody. I think he's up there. But
his footwork is excellent.
His footwork is excellent. Good. His defensive IQ is astronomically high for him to be in his second year. He knows where his help is. He switches like aggressively with his hands up. I'm doing my hands up like y'all can see this. But like I'm a big defense fan in every sport. I like it. I play corner in football. Mm-hmm. I'm a defense dude on the court too. Like I like defense. It's just fun to me. Getting to troll you, take the ball from you, all that, ruin your happiness. And Quentin really makes me happy. Like I enjoy watching him and Mitch play because they understand basketball on the defensive level at a level that it's clear RJ, Julius, and Jalen don't yet. I think RJ will pick it up. There was a moment where I thought RJ had it, but his feet have just not been with him this year, and they are definitely with Quentin. Cam got really good hands, but no, it was good watching you guys' star just get clamped up. He was getting locked up. There's no way around it.
We're 1-1
Jail.
We're 1-1 against the Cavs.
We are.
So that's to be determined. That's to be determined. Let's not forget what Donovan did to us.
Was Mitch there? I gotta look back. Was Mitch at that game?
Mitchell Robinson was there at that game.
Was
Mitchell
he?
Robinson, 4-7. We lost 121-108 at Cleveland.
All right.
We got Mitchell Robinson with 4-7-2.
My man is getting into form. All right,
Take
Mitch a minute.
And if I remember correctly, we had 38 from Donovan.
Yeah.
And 12 assists, by
I don't
the
think
way.
Quentin was there.
Quentin was not there.
Yeah.
So
it'd have been a different game if Quentin was there.
It might have been.
I'm telling you that. That's a statement.
It might have been.
Quentin Grimes is really good at defense. I don't know if we still win that game. I think they beat us a lot. Like, it was not a close game.
They was cooking us, and then we came back and made it to 13.
Okay. But I think we have a really good defensive unit. This was a good game to save Tibbs' job, and I kind of hate that.
I hated that.
I hate that.
It's like one of those things where, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't actively rooting against us because I always want us to win. But if we lost, I'd have been like, it's time.
It's time.
Today,
you had to go.
I literally said in the Knicks chat, if Tibbs loses on Sunday, I'm coming to the pod with his pink slip in hand. With his pink slip in hand. I need that brother at the Department of Labor by Monday morning.
Looking for a job.
Yes.
Need to send him elsewhere.
Yes.
But this was a real good Tibbs game. Like 81 points in today's NBA. That's defense.
That's vintage Tibbs.
They played good defense. Quentin and Mitch, they heard the cries. Honestly, Tibbs, I love you. You are smart. I need you to realize this. You sat Derrick Rose and played Miles McBride, and your defense improves immaculately.
You sat Derrick Rose, played Miles McBride, and immediately shut down a 25-point per game scorer and a 23-point per game scorer and held their team to 81 points. That is what you did.
Improvement on the defensive end.
That is exactly what you did.
So if you throw Miles back on the bench and our defense starts selling again, I need you to know that it is this simple for you. That's what's annoying about Tibbs is the options are there.
Fire him.
You can just do these things. You can just play Mitch.
I saw some of the most loyal Tibbs apologists on Knicks Twitter.
Really?
Like, it's over for Tibbs. Tibbs gotta go, bro. And I feel like if it was a couple heads, I was like, if that man saying that or that lady saying that, like,
that's saying a lot because folks been rotting with him. So,
I told you, a lot of the streets told me, yo, you can't fire a man that just wanted to coach of the year.
Nah.
And I was ready. I was like, I don't know. I don't like it. This looked nasty a little bit. And now it looks nasty a lot of bit.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it time?
It can be time. Give it to us.
It's time. It's time for the Rowan Report, y'all.
The Rowan Report.
Yes, my name is Mo Brown of the Upstate Knicks pod. I am RJ Barrett's #1 fan on the planet. I am the closest to Canada, so I win. I've been an RJ fan since his U17 days, Team Canada. Yeah. If y'all been following the podcast, y'all know, but I am a very credible messenger to talk about RJ Barrett. I gotta say, this week was better than last week. Overall, he did have a better week. Let's be clear. He was terrible. He was horrendous last week, so there was really nowhere you could go but up. But he did go up, and I want to acknowledge that. Progress was made. So in the Bucks game, he gave you, 8 for 15, 26, right? Yeah, 26 points. Plus minus was -5, but I really, it felt like RJ had it going. RJ was having such a good game that when Brunson gave him the ball, it looked like the right thing to do. Julius did not have it going. Brunson was being guarded by Drew Holiday, so I get why he didn't have a good game. But, RJ did his thing. He wasn't a lick on the defensive end. I will say him going under the screen wasn't the best look, but I agree with it. I just wanted him to get a little better of a closeout. Like, he didn't fully sell out, and I feel like Quentin does a good job of it, but some people you can fully sell out because you can recover. Like, Grayson Allen is not about to take you off the dribble something crazy. It's just not going to happen. And Quentin be doing it versus like Donovan Mitchell and people like that because he has next level feet. But RJ can be that defender, and I want to see more of that. But I think he had a really strong Bucks game. Would have liked the win, but I'm not putting that on RJ. That shot wasn't the best shot. We've talked about that. But at the same time, I like that he has the confidence to take that shot. That's a shot that you only take if you're a nut or if you really believe in yourself. And he's both. Let's be clear. But I like that. You want somebody who wants to take the shot in that moment. And we got it. Do you want him to make it? Absolutely. Do you want it to be a better shot? Absolutely. Do you want him to not chuck up or pump fake? Like, even in 2K, that would have been, like, not even slightly contested. Like, it would have just been bad shot selection. Like, they would have flat out told you, don't try this. But it is what it is. The Mavs game. So the Mavs game was kind of a wipe. We got smoked on all ends. Could not guard Tim Hardaway Jr. I won't put that on RJ. I would have liked RJ to step up and say, okay, I'm going to guard this dude. But no one did that at all. No one at all. So
that was not a decision.
Whatever.
Made by anyone in a Knicks jersey.
Well, we had 13 points. I want to say he was 1 for 3 from 3. He got to the free throw line, got 5 free throws, made 4. In the Bucks game, he did a good job of getting to the free throw line. That's probably my favorite thing about RJ. I've said it. He does a good job getting to the free throw line. Wasn't the best game for him. It wasn't the best game for anybody. I'm going to leave that. And then the Cavs game, he had a +7, 15 points on, what was that, 13 shots. 2 for 7 from 3, not the best. 3 for 4 from the free throw line. I'll take it. I think he did a good job deferring in this game. Guru probably won't like this, but the favorable matchup was Jalen Brunson versus Donovan Mitchell, and we kept going at it, and I respect that because he couldn't stop it. And it's like, I like that RJ was able to defer in that moment. There was a minute in the first half. So the first half, he was bumming it. I'll be honest. Bum juice. If his first half would have been his second half, this might be a different segment. I'm being perfectly honest, because it was not good in the first half. It felt like he was pressing, but whatever Tim said at halftime, this game clearly worked for RJ. He came out in the second half a much improved player. He had that dunk late in the second. It looked like he got like the anger out when he got that dunk. He drove, was able to finish with his left, but much better second half. If I was doing that game, I really would have had him at like a D in the first half, and in the second half, A. I think he did all the right things. He was cutting. He was hitting shots. He was useful to the basketball team generally. You want that out of your $100 million player.
That's all we ask.
Overall, for the week, I'm going to go B-. There's room for improvement. The Dallas game really dragged this down. I like the Bucks game. The Bucks game, I'm giving him A-, and it would have been an A+ if he made that shot. Let's be clear. If he made that nut shot, I would have been giving him an A+. I would have been like, this is one of the best games he ever had, but he missed it. So you fall down some letter grades, and I think he did all the right things versus the Cavs. He wasn't a lick on defense. I will say Quentin Grimes helps him. I don't know if RJ is that two-way player that I want him to be yet. Like, it's a big responsibility to guard the other team's best player and produce on offense. And, he hasn't shown us he can do that. But if you got 2 defensive player of the year candidates on the team, you don't need to. Let Cam and Donovan guard these people, and you get the secondary options. I don't mind that. That's not the worst strategy. But yeah, I'm going to go B-. Talk to me, Guru. What's your thoughts?
B-. All right. So it was it's always an interesting week with RJ Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I just don't love that shot he took.
That was a bad shot.
It was just such a
It was a
poor
bad
IQ shot.
Yes. Full stop.
At this point, I don't want to be like, oh, it's just RJ, because I think that RJ is still young. So, like, I just still want him to be able to improve and make better decisions.
I think he's still the youngest Nick, right? Like, even with Kills coming in.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's still the youngest.
Kills is older than him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, even, like, I want him to make just smarter decisions. Like,
yeah, you're not asking for a lot.
Basketball player.
You are not asking for a lot.
Because when I see things like that, it only feeds into my own personal theory is that RJ is just a poorly IQ'd Jimmy Butler. Like, bro, like, you are just not making the best decisions. Like, even with your body, like, you're brolic now. Like, if you're going to put on weight, like, all right, now you need to be putting people in the post. Like, you need to be, like, that's what high IQ people do. Like,
bang them around.
Like, why are you, like, if I'm this big and I have this extra body weight and you got in 2s and 3s and you already have, like, he's skilled.
Yeah.
He's very skilled.
He's talent.
He has NBA body.
Yep.
He should be able to do all the things that a prototypical wing could do. Like, but he just don't play with smart IQ. Is that a product of being around Julius Randle, who also doesn't play with smart IQ?
Coach might not
for the most
either.
Tom Thibodeau, who might not have the greatest at least a 2022 version of a modern basketball IQ. And I think that just negatively affects RJ. And honestly and truly, like, if RJ is the person that we want to build around, like, somebody has to recognize this. And we're either blatantly ignoring it or we're just willfully, like, being willfully and blissfully ignorant. Because at the end of the day, like, RJ cannot be, and I'm not blaming this all on Julius too, because RJ is his own person. Yeah. Like, he has to be able to recognize, like, this is a good shot, this is a bad shot. Like, you have to be able to recognize that.
You are getting $100
like,
million.
RJ Barrett taking a shot with 3 seconds left is a good shot. Like, I'll take that from RJ. Yes. RJ Barrett taking a shot with 13 seconds left on the shot in the game.
In the game, yeah.
Like,
no.
You ain't even
not a good shot.
Like, I could think like it's certain things that you could put into perspective. Like, you don't want to be fouled, so they foul you for two for 1 or 2 instead of 3. Like, but like it's so many. It's like that's just not the shot, bro. Yes. Like, that's just not the shot. That's just not the shot. That's not the shot. And I'm not gonna argue with Knicks Twitter people about it. I'm not gonna argue about it. Like, it's not a good shot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not going to crucify RJ.
Yeah, it's
RJ
not
just
a terrible shot.
I'm not crucifying RJ at the 28. Like,
that too.
And I know this is what he is, like, right now. But it's disappointing to see that we're in year 4. And this is just me rationally speaking. That we're in year 4 and we're still getting bad IQ RJ. Like, it comes... I'll say that it's slightly improving. It's like from his rookie year when he was just going into the paint with his left hand and thinking that no one thought he was a lefty. And to like,
like, dude, we know who you are.
We know you shoot with that hand. Like, to, being a little bit more methodical. But like, I see so much potential in RJ, and I want him to be able to just play smart. Like, you're strong. You can use your body to your advantage. Yeah. Like, you're not a fast player. Like, that's not his game. Like, he's not, like, he could be fast.
He got, like, that Luka game where it's, like...
It's methodical, but you're not being methodical. You're just going head first. Like, even when I see him make decisions, like, all right, I'm going to put my head down, I'm going to go to the basket. Like, it's so many times how are they not watching Jalen Brunson play basketball? Like, Jalen is way smaller than both Julius and RJ, and he's in the paint, dribbling, people with moves in the post, and like it's like that's like you could tell Jalen's high IQ. Like, he's not gonna turn the ball up. Like, even if he's in the paint, he's got 3 people on him. He's dribbling, he's thinking like because his mind is moving at a high pace. Yeah, like that's all I want from RJ. Yeah, I feel like RJ at 22 years old.
That's not a lot to ask. Year 4 in the
league. Not at all, and I'm paying you $100 million.
Yeah, button star. Yeah,
I'm paying you $100 million. Yeah, so. That's all to say that I just really didn't like that shot. I didn't not gonna say I hated the shot. Like, I understand how it could make sense.
It was like a 4 out of 10. Yeah. It was like, it wasn't good.
It was a shot that if you hit, it's like
Yeah.
I didn't love it, but thank you.
It
like,
went in. Yeah, exactly. But there's no way you could tell me that we couldn't get an 8 shot. We couldn't get a 9 shot. We couldn't get a good shot in that situation. Yeah. And you want to see
we're
more.
a competent, we're a basketball team.
Yeah.
We play professional sports. Like, this is my problem with it. Like, when I see things like that with low IQ stuff, I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Like, we play a sport of basketball professionally, and y'all get paid to do it. Like, you couldn't draw up a play. Like, we couldn't figure out a way to get a better play. Yeah. That's neither here nor there. We had a good the Luka game. That's just Luka.
Yep.
Like, being Luka. Like, that's just the reality of it.
It's gonna happen.
It's not really anything you could do. I mean, they both third overall picks, but Luka is him, and RJ different. Is not him. Like, right now, at least.
Luka's different. Let's be clear. Luka's not like no
one of one.
Yeah, Luka is one of one.
One of one.
Luka is what y'all think Donovan Mitchell is. Luka is that guy.
This is clearly the Donovan Slander cast.
Luka is the guy you trade everybody for. Luka is the guy you go to Dallas and you like, all right, what is going to take? And they like the Statue of Liberty, 8 first, RJ, Mitch, and you like, all right, let's see how we get Liberty Island to Dallas. Luka is him.
But Luka is Luka, and I mean, RJ, he played a decent game on Sunday, so I'm gonna give RJ. I'm gonna give RJ a C, just because his game against the Bucks was a good game, and he had a good second half against. Well, he had a good third quarter against Cleveland because Tibbs did not play him for much of the fourth.
Yeah, he had the clamper. He said, I can't take out. He said, I can't take out IQ. He's the hot hand, and we need the clamper. Can't let Donovan Mitchell get loose, and he did not let him get loose.
So I'm gonna give RJ a C. That's the Rowan report for y'all. RJ, be smarter, guy. Like,
not a lot to ask.
We don't want you to. I'm not trying to hate on RJ. Like, hating on RJ doesn't make any sense to me, but he got to be a smarter person.
Yeah.
He got to be smart
Year
on the basketball
4,
court.
like, so I still think RJ can be a star. If you look around the league, there's several stars that didn't figure it out till year 4, year 5-ish. I want to say Giannis was year 4. He, like, broke out, and then MVP was year 5. Paul George. No, not Paul George. Although Paul George kind of did start slow. Jimmy Butler.
He was cooking.
Paul George?
Paul George. He was cooking. I think he was done. Danny Granger was there, and then Paul George got nice like year 3.
Yeah, like year 3.
2, year 3.
That's what you want to see.
Him and Born Ready. Shout out Born Ready.
Shout out Lance Stevenson from Lincoln High School.
New York City legend.
But yeah, by year 4, you want to see your star player that you're building around be a star. And a part of being a star is situational awareness and just being smart. So, no craziness on that.
I just think he averages 4 more points just being a smarter basketball player.
Yeah.
Like, him being a low efficiency, high volume shooter is not a bad thing for Zay. But
I want him to be SGA. Like, one of my favorite things about SGA, so SGA is also the goods. SGA is what y'all think Donovan Mitchell is. But SGA, he averages 30 points, but he only takes like 3 or 4 threes a game. And I love that about him because they know he's trying to get to the rack. He knows they know he's trying to get to the rack, and he's still getting to the rack. With RJ, if he has an open shot, he's going to take it. And, like, I respect you taking that shot, but you have great success in the paint. They either foul you or you get a layup. And I want you closing out. Like, not closing out. I want you attacking closeouts. Like, yeah, they shoot. You can make this shot. But if you get in the paint, good things happen. And he'll figure it out. He'll figure it out. I'm not worried.
I'm worried.
You are very worried.
Absolutely worried. All right. So just to segue, because as I said, this is clearly the Donovan Mitchell slander cast.
Oh yeah, it is.
You're gonna bring up a topic I brought up last week.
Okay.
So in the spirit of talking about stars, and as you guys know, I am actively recruiting a star to the New York Knickerbockers.
Wait, no, I guess I'll let you go. But I do want to talk about my mock trade because he's back now.
Oh yeah,
he's back. So last week, y'all know we in the group chat together. Last week they were saying that we need a star, we gotta force a trade. So I'm like, all right, y'all tell that to Dolan. Dolan gonna get Davis here. It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be nasty. But I said it's gonna be Mitch, Cam, Derek, and like 4 first. Something nasty.
Unprotected.
Unprotected probably for AD. It's gonna be nasty. We gotta accept that a real nasty trade for AD is on the horizon. But then he started hooping. He's been cooking.
And now he's untouchable.
Now he's untouchable again. So
55 yesterday.
Now we back to the drawing board looking for a star.
So back to the star, right?
Yes.
So I saw a tweet that said that every team has a young established star has a young rising star or an already established star, except for the New York Knicks.
Yes.
Mo Breezy thinks
how convenient.
That is not the case.
No.
And according to Mo Breezy, Donovan Mitchell is not a star.
Yeah.
So,
but they got Evan Mobley though.
So
they
now
got a young
I know.
rising
So
star.
now I need to know.
They got a young rising star.
First we need to break down what is the criteria. What is our criteria? Matter of fact, we're not even going to talk about their criteria because who cares what they think. What is our criteria for a star and a superstar? Because, like I said, I'm star recruiting for the New York.
You don't want a superstar?
Oh, I do.
I was about to say, I want a superstar.
I want a superstar. But I am more than capable. I am more than willing to take a star.
Yes.
Because we have none.
Yeah, we do not have any stars. I think Jalen can be one. If
he got to give me an all-star appearance first. And I need two. I need two.
If we are a 500 team, it will be because Jalen Brunson.
Yeah,
that
is true. It won't be because of anyone else.
Yeah,
it won't be because of
Mitch
anyone else.
Ain't gonna make the All-Star game unless he do, but
he won't.
It will be because of Jalen Brunson. So if the Knicks get an All-Star, it should be Jalen. And I think he'll figure it out. But no, when I think of star, I think of somebody who, when they're on the court, they are the best player on the court, and the entire game is now different because of their presence. And honestly, for me, to be a star, you can't be one way. You can't be a lick on defense. The only example, the only person who might be an exception just because they really built the offense all the way around him is Trae Young. Folks like to put Steph there. I'm on the fence about Trae Young. I get he's a star. He's a real popular name, all that. But he's a lick on defense. And good teams can just take advantage of that. Unless you got Ben Simmons and he doesn't want to dunk for some stupid reason. But Steph Curry, the Mavs tried to just isolate him. They wanted to make him defend, and he defended because he's a star. But if you think about stars in the league, he's a superstar, I guess. But I don't think that. I think you break the bank for a superstar, not for a star. A star, you add as a piece to the puzzle. You pair a star with a superstar. And I don't think breaking the bank for a star makes any sense.
Whatsoever?
Whatsoever.
Even if that is the first step to get you to the superstar.
I don't think it works like that. I just haven't seen it work like that.
So if
it's never worked like that.
If I'm hearing you,
yeah.
You think that you have to have the star already, like you have to develop the star,
so in the NBA, you either gonna win with star power, like you just have Giannis Antetokounmpo, or you're gonna win as a team, like Toronto. They had Kawhi. Kawhi was very good, but they had
an outlier.
Amazing.
Wait, Toronto had Kawhi.
Toronto had Kawhi, but they had a really good team around him.
The only good team that won was Detroit.
No. The Warriors had really good teams at first.
But they also had Steph Curry.
Steph became MVP, but he wasn't Steph Curry in 2015. That was his first MVP season. When they beat the Cavs.
Had Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, who was at that time clamps.
That was a good team. I'm calling them a good team.
They was a good team. I'm saying they was a good team, but you're saying that
I'm saying LeBron is the superstar. If you think about that series, LeBron and Curry were on different planets. They have to be, unless you're saying they weren't.
Steph Curry?
Yeah, in 2015.
You talking about year one? He went to the chip, the first chip?
The one when Kyrie got hurt and they had to play 6 games. I think LeBron was a superstar on a whole nother level, and then the Warriors had a lot of good pieces.
Yeah, I could say that, but LeBron was 1-1.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, if we just saying, if you're...
That's like what Giannis is now.
Yeah, if you're classifying the superstars as that,
yeah,
and you're saying Steph was like just a star...
Yeah. I think they had 2.5 stars. Like, I don't think...
I can agree with that.
I
can agree with year one. I can agree with 2015
moment,
Steph.
Yeah. I don't think any of them at that moment...
I think by 2016 Steph, that's not the conversation. Like, and they lost that chip. And that's the chip they lost.
Yeah.
I think Steph was still a superstar. I think that they was on the same level.
Who's the other team? San Antonio, the late one.
The late chip? The one that they beat Bron in?
Yeah. That is another team. That's a good team. Like, Tim wasn't a star. Kawhi wasn't really a star. They had a good team, though. They developed players. They kept them together. And
I could give you that.
It happens. That's
but those are outliers. Like, those are, you're talking like...
But there's
once
no
every
star.
8 years.
Though. Every other one is superstar.
Yeah, but not every other one.
Every other one is superstar.
Not every other one, though.
Yes.
I would say once every like 6
LeBron
to 7 years.
James and Anthony Davis. Those are like LeBron is LeBron James.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like once every 7 years you get like a team or like something that.
Or you get a superstar. So I think the only choices are
6 out of the 7 years you're getting the superstar chip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're either getting a team or a superstar. We're not getting Giannis. He's not coming through the door. We're not getting Luka. He's not coming through the door. Anything else is not a superstar. Y'all think Donovan Mitchell is a superstar? Y'all think Donovan Mitchell is somebody who could come in and everything gonna change?
That's just not the case.
That's what folks were saying. Folks were saying you got to trade everything for him.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, what are we saying? Because I think
you either do it as a team or with a superstar. If you can't get a superstar, your only other shot is with a team. It's rare you see, Paul George and Kawhi team up and it worked. It's rare you see Russell Westbrook and Paul George team up and it worked. It's rare that you see Bradley Beal and John Wall. I could go forever with stars that aren't there. Miami, they got Jimmy Butler. I love Jimmy Butler. I'm probably top Jimmy Butler fan. He's not winning a ring in Miami. He's not. They got a star. They got him help. And he's not winning a ring.
That's true.
Boston, they got a good team. They're growing into stars. They're growing into superstars. Jason
but my
Tatum
thing is that I think that Miami.
Yeah.
My thing is that I think that Miami knows that they need somebody with Jimmy, and I think that I think the teams with stars
can't do it because they committed. How?
But they can't.
How?
They tried to get KD.
They couldn't.
They could have got KD.
No,
they didn't want to pull the trigger. They couldn't.
Ain't nobody taking Bam Adebayo for Kevin Durant. Nobody's giving up a superstar.
That's what the Nets wanted.
Nobody is giving up a superstar. For starters, no one is giving up a superstar. Let's be clear. Superstars are rarely traded. Because, why? Because they are superstars. Basketball is a sport that if you have a superstar, you have an unfair advantage.
So my thing is this. We have 4 superstars in the NBA, yes?
Mm-hmm. 4. So I'm going Giannis, Luka, KD.
5. I'll say 5.
KD is...
He's a big if.
He's a big if because he has the potential to be a superstar. He just doesn't show up in those big moments. And you need if you're a superstar, you can't get swept. I think, period. I don't think LeBron got swept.
No.
Because he's a superstar. I don't think
he just lost in the first round like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Like, if you're a superstar, you don't get swept. You get one. You figure a way to eke one out.
So I'm saying, like, you got about 5. I would say
Joe, superstar.
I would say Joe, Giannis,
Mm-hmm.
Luka,
Mm-hmm.
Now
Steph, I'm reaching.
Steph.
Yeah, Steph. Maybe Jokic. Jokic is on the
big joke.
Like Joker. Yeah.
He's on the. Well, he got back-to-back MVPs.
He got back-to-back MVPs.
You can't give it to Joe. You can't put Joe. You can't.
You don't get swept as a superstar. You get one. Basketball is a sport where one player can dominate for one night. Yes. I've seen Dwayne Wade do it.
I would say, it's hard not to give Joker superstar status, though. The brother averaging like 25.
Yeah, he's doing it. He got to play some defense, though. That matters. You can't just be offensive superstar.
To defend my guy Joker.
Yeah, you could defend
in the playoffs. All they do is triple team him.
Yeah,
like
absolutely. But that don't stop him from playing defense.
At some point in time,
you need help.
You need
bad back
help. Michael Porter Jr.
To get it together. You need Jamal Murray. Yeah, I'm not blaming. I think Joker. Like if Joker wanted to come to the Knicks, honestly, that Donovan Mitchell trade, you do that for Jokic.
Yeah.
He's.
I feel like you do that for everybody. Honestly, I feel like you do that
every superstar.
I think that Donovan is a tier lower than those players. I think he's a tier lower than those players. I think that he goes like.
I think he's an all-star. I think he's.
I mean, what do you have? All-star, star, superstar?
Yeah.
I think Donovan Mitchell has 4 all-star appearances.
Yeah.
That's
all he's going to get.
That's mad all-star appearances.
He's an all-star. He is an all-star. Let's be clear.
Is he all-NBA too? He got an all-NBA?
Does he? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let me look this up. We got Google. I'm listening to you,
and
though.
I'm not trying to defend Donovan Mitchell from the Breezy Slander Caast, but
it's too late.
I think that he's a star.
He got put in jail. Quentin Grimes.
He's a star.
God.
I think that there's just tiers. Like there's tiers of everything. I think that, and I've told you this from the beginning, Donovan Mitchell does not get us to the finals. He doesn't win us a chip.
3-time All-Star. How many All-NBA teams you think Donovan Mitchell has?
1 or 0?
0.
There you go.
0. But continue.
But I think that he's somebody that I think, like I said, you have to, it's steps. It's steps with me. Like that's just how I see it. I'm not all or nothing. I'm not, we super tank and then, or we go get the big star. I think it's steps. I think you take your first step, you get to competency. I think we've been there. Like 2020. Like I think 2021 was the year.
Of competency.
Right, we go get a 2020 was the year we got the 4th seed. 2021 was like, all right, let's go get a star. 2022 was like, all right, now we go get a superstar. The difference is that while we are not even remotely near the step that we need to be in, is that we have to already we have to be willing to go get the star level player that people are going to want to play with. Because if we go and try to get the superstar,
seen that work.
But my thing is that if like we gotta know our history. Like somebody's not coming here and going, yo, I want to play in New York. I'm gonna bring 2 people with me to come play in New York. That's just not happening. Like I mean, it can happen, but it's very unlikely.
I haven't seen it work the other way. I'm just being honest. I literally
But the only way I've seen it work,
only
way I've seen it work is that you homegrown your star.
Yeah.
And then you get lucky like the Warriors and you get the 2 greatest shooters in basketball history.
To ever walk the planet.
That's just just pure luck.
To suit up
you get lucky like Cleveland and you draft the 2nd greatest basketball player to ever walk the planet.
That helps.
And like those are phenomenons. Like you got people like I told people for years, like I never thought Russell Westbrook was ever winning a chip. Like ever. Yeah. I don't think Damian Lillard's ever winning a chip.
Yeah.
And these are people that are like
very good.
Like
Damian Lillard has several All-NBA.
You got the 5 superstars. You got the stars, which is like Damian, Jason Tatum, even though he's the one. Like
he's
coming. You got the like I have Donovan with Jaylen Brown. Like those are his tier. Like
his contemporaries. Yeah. You don't break the bank for Jaylen Brown. I love Jaylen Brown.
But
you don't break the bank for Jaylen Brown.
But I don't think that like breaking the bank is just the market of it. I think that's like
they broke the bank for Anthony Davis. They broke the bank for Paul George.
He's a 2.
Like
also
if you look at the teams that broke the bank, if you didn't already have a superstar, I can't name one situation where it worked. I can't name one. Knicks with Melo. Ooh, yeah.
Like we are both in agreement that we just wasn't going to break the bank. Like the bank was not to be broken. Like
not for Donovan Mitchell. I think there are players you do it for. Like if Joel Embiid decides that it's time to go, he wants to win, you trade the Statue of Liberty for Joel Embiid. You trade it all. You trade everything not nailed down for Joel Embiid. Literally, you look at the contracts. You go to Philly, you say, what do you want, Philly? And Philly is like, I want all your draft picks. And you're like, done. And then they're like, I want Obi Toppin. I want Mitchell Robinson. I want RJ.
I
done.
Like I said, I don't think that I don't think we break the bank for Donovan Mitchell. I never thought that was the case.
I don't think you do it for Murray either. Jonte Murray.
I don't think you do it for any of those players.
Yeah.
I think that that was a case of people trying to shice the Knicks, and that's just a direct descendant of Minnesota getting shiced out of the Rudy Gobert trade. Like there's so many factors that
played into that.
Like to the price driving up. Like if they didn't shice Rudy like that for Olympics and All-Star Laurie Marketing, like I mean, well, he didn't get traded with them, but like
Malik Beasley,
Pat Bev, and stuff like that. Like I don't think that this is. I think that this summer goes completely different. Like I think that you look at Donovan Mitchell and you say, all right, 3 picks and 2 players gets it done.
Yeah,
and that's it. And that's fine. And that's a good price to pay for Donovan Mitchell.
And that's pretty much what got it done. Like, they sent the 3 picks, the 2 unprotecteds, Laurie, Colin. Yeah.
And my thing is we have the assets. I think we have the assets to go get the superstar and the star. Like, that's just how I feel. We have the assets for it, and a good, competent front office, a front office that actually, like, front offices, like, is going to find a way to make it work. Because at the end of the day, like, we could draft, like you said, we not playing 3 rookies next year. We got 3 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be able to maneuver this, that, and the third, kick some shit down the line. Like, we could do that. Like, that's something that I would feel confident in if you're going to go, all right, we're going to trade 4 picks to go get a star, but we still got 6 picks here, and these 6 picks is for the superstar. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and we'll move shit around. Like, that's LeBron in the Lakers' problem. Like, LeBron want them to trade the 2 picks. It's like, my mitts, I'm not going to be here in 6 years. If we're going to go get a chip, let's go get the chip.
Yeah.
Like it's as simple as that. Like,
so my the difference that I see that I feel like other folks don't see is that I don't think we're as close as other. Like, if I'm LeBron James, in my head, I'm always one. Like, if I'm LeBron, I feel like I have a legit shot at winning the title just because I'm on the court. And LeBron can say that. LeBron has a track record where he can do that. I don't feel the same way about us. I don't. I thought the Donovan Mitchell trade made sense for Cleveland because they had established all-stars. They had I love Mitch. Mitch is not Jared Allen. Jared Allen is better than Mitchell Robinson. I love R.J. Barrett. I do. But Darius Garland has been playing better than him of late. I think R.J. has a much higher ceiling, and I think R.J. will eventually be a better player. But right now, one has an all-star game, one does not. That's not a coincidence. For them, the trade made sense because you're adding a star to 2 other stars. Now it's like, okay, you're good. I don't believe in Julius like the front office does. The front office thinks that Julius is that star. That's why they were trying to add another star to Julius, and they were like, clear out. We're going to have 2 stars and Jalen Brunson. We're a team to compete with. I don't agree with that. I really don't. I like Julius.
You're killing me, bro.
I don't think Julius is a star. I don't even think he's an all-star. I think he is some
You thought it was a
mid.
blip?
I think he is some mid. I got him on the level of like J.R. Smith in his prime. Like, he's very good. He's very good. He can shock you. But I don't think a team led by him is going to go far. And
it's not even a playing team. Apparently.
Not even the playing team. Like, Brunson has to take a step. Until I see it done where you trade for Damian Lillard and then folks follow you and it's, lit, I'm not going to believe it's a feasible strategy. I've just never seen it work. I've never seen it work. It has never worked. Ever. Clippers, they tried it with Kawhi. He brought Paul George. Maybe it might work. So far, it has not. I would say New Orleans, but they already had Brandon Ingram. They got him in the AD trade. So for them to go get CJ McCullough makes sense to me. You got Brandon Ingram. You got Zion being hurt. That's a situation where you pull a trigger. Let's see what we could do with this group. I think New Orleans is... Jose Alvarado had 36.
38.
If Jose Alvarado is cooking up...
They might be nice.
They going to be a scary team. And they all young except CJ.
That's crazy.
New Orleans going to be fun.
All right. So let's move on into the previews.
All right. Who we got first?
The previews. God. Trae Young back at the Garden. Let's get the F Trae Young chance going. Oh, man. All right.
What's the injury report looking like for that?
Trae Young is playing. That's what's
Trae, what
happening.
about Murray and Collins?
As of right now,
Collins like killer.
Hunter is out. Collins is out. So the point guard Forrest is out.
Okay.
I know Collins is out for like a month.
Oh, he's hurt.
Yeah.
I just saw he got hurt. I don't follow the Hawks, let's be honest.
I'm never gonna follow the Hawks. All right, so Trae Young back in New York. Mm-hmm. He always ends up killing us in New York because of
take the over on Trae Young.
Take the always in New York. We will slander him to a 30 burger. We will. We will slander him to a 30 burger. We have no choice.
Take the over.
He's gonna get into the crowd, and then it's gonna get tough. I will say this: Quentin Grimes.
Ooh, he's here now,
sir.
He's here now. This is how
it might be time.
This is how you get a contract.
You was not here when we sold our entire behind in the playoffs, and then you came next year.
Yes,
I think Quentin Grimes is our starting two guard. It's time to lock up Trae Young.
Yeah,
it's time. It's time.
This is why we got you.
I believe in you specifically.
Yeah,
I believe in you specifically, and I need Trae Young to be in Alcatraz, to be in San Quentin.
San Quentin.
Send
my guy away. I ain't gonna hold you. I got us winning this game. Here's why. 2 reasons.
Reason 1.
Quentin Grimes. Reason 2.
Great reason.
Mitchell Robinson. I think having those 2 totally changes the game, and Atlanta's offense is so predicated on Trae Young getting to the basket. And I just think Mitch being down there with Quentin slowing him down, I think it changes things.
Okay.
I think it changes things enough to win. I think Murray is also going to go off, but I think we win this game.
I need Murray to not go off. So, Rowan, if you don't want to be sought out in pick and roll, I would like you to clamp DeJounte Murray. That is my request from Rowan. Let's see if he follows through on that. All right. This was a tough game for me to pick.
Who you got? It's Atlanta at home, but we beat them in the regular season, man. We beat them so much in the regular season.
All right. So, all right. I'm going to take us to win. All right. I'm not confident in that pick at all.
That's fair.
I'm not confident in that pick. I'm going to take us to
win.
It's
on ESPN too.
In my newfound confidence in one untouchable Q, San Quentin, first and foremost. I think he's going
to make the game hard for Trae Young.
I don't care who it is either. Like, if it's DeJounte going on, put Quentin on.
Yeah.
If it's Trae going on, put Quentin on him. And then bring Cam Reddish in the game to guard the other one.
Yeah.
That's what I need to happen.
Honestly, I ain't going to hold you. I really would like to see Miles McBride, Cam Reddish off the bench together quickly.
I would love a Miles McBride, Cam Reddish.
That's
Quentin Grimes.
That's so much fun. Oh, yeah. Just run out there with Miles, Quentin, Cam.
Mad arms.
Mitch at the
if you want to put IQ at the 2 and then put Cam at the 4, say everybody with mad arms.
Everybody just length.
Mad arms.
Just go full length. But yeah, I think we got a lot of people to throw at Trae. Folks could be as physical as they want because we got depth. I like our chances. I like our chances.
Going
Knicks.
Just because I don't know who the power forward is playing for the Hawks, and it's not DeAndre Hunter or John Collins. So that tells me that we're in for probably a good Julius game. Let's hope.
Yeah. Next up,
let's go.
Let's go. Charlotte. I got us winning, and
I need us to win.
If
Charlotte.
we don't win this game,
I also got us winning. Immediately, I'm putting that out there.
If we don't win this game, it might be time.
It's time. This is the game.
Be time to get him out of here.
This is the game.
Because last time we let Dennis Smith Jr. give us buckets, and I'm not over that.
Dennis Smith Jr. is not playing. LaMelo Ball not playing.
Yes.
Scary Terry's playing.
No. Not enough.
PJ Washington.
We can't let Kelly Oubre Jr.
Kelly Oubre Jr. is playing.
Give you the chip.
Mason Plumlee.
Mason Plumlee is leading the team in assists with 4.1 a game. If we don't win this game,
that's because LaMelo not playing. But
a little obvious. But still, this is a really nasty team. We gotta win
this game badly.
Yeah.
For the simple fact that I need back-to-back wins in the worst way.
Have we had back-to-back wins since
not
that
in a
first
while?
stretch? Yeah,
not in a while.
That's really tough.
I feel like it's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks since I think we went back-to-back games. And I can't even remember the games that we went back-to-back.
That was on the road trip. The Utah and Denver.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nasty.
And that 2 nasty wins.
Big gross energy. But okay.
I want so
we could talk about this, but
Charlotte.
Yeah, my analysis is simply that we are better than Charlotte. Like, it's not X and O's. We have more talent on the court, and we should win because our talent level should be higher.
So Charlotte is 7-17. No LaMelo. This is the game I feel like. Let me tell you what's going to happen.
Break it down.
We gonna be all good, right? Be like, yo, we gonna win this game Friday morning. LaMelo Ball back versus the Knicks. LaMelo Ball back. Don't let me tell. Is it in the Garden?
No.
It's in Charlotte.
At Charlotte.
Oh God! If it was, I would have bet the over on LaMelo coming back.
I ain't gonna hold you. Even if LaMelo plays, we have to win this game. Even if LaMelo Ball is on the court, he doesn't elevate them enough that we shouldn't win this game.
He has some mid players.
This is a raw roster. If you look up and down the Charlotte roster, there's a lot of players that I'm not sure belong in the NBA. I'm not even trying to be funny, but like if you look at the players getting real minutes, like Dennis Smith Jr. was getting real minutes. He's out. But just overall, they don't have a good roster, and we do. Like Gordon Hayward he belongs in the NBA. I'm not saying it, but he's not the goods. He's not elite.
He's also out.
He's gonna be out too. Oh man!
All we need is Quentin saying Quentin.
Yeah,
take Scary Terry out of the game,
and that's it.
And that's really it. I'm not letting Mason Plumlee dime package me to death. I'm sorry. I'm not having that going. Big man dime, which is how we should be using Hartenstein, but that's a whole nother story. That's not. Mason, why does Hartenstein not average 4 dimes? He's basically Mason Plumlee, but with a floater.
Yeah,
with a floater.
Nah, this roster is so raw, boy.
It's a nasty roster. I'm not gonna lie. You got PJ Washington.
Oh,
you got PJ Washington playing. Who else they got on this team?
They got Theo Maledon.
I don't even know these people. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
17 minutes a night.
I think Theo Maledon played for the Thunder last year.
They got Nick Richards, who I also never heard of, getting 19 minutes a night. Like, they are playing people for extended periods of time that I legit never heard of.
Yeah. Kai Jones. I think Kai Jones used to play for Duke.
Yeah. I heard that name, but he still shouldn't be like a factor. If you lose because of Kai Jones, fire the coach.
All right, yeah. I'm taking 2-0 this week. I'm taking 2-0. I'm taking 2-0 up until Friday. Okay. We don't got to spend too much on this game because we're going to beat Charlotte. And if we don't beat Charlotte, then it's time to fire Tibbs.
We got a bigger problem.
It's time to fire Tibbs. Yeah.
So we got Sunday. Sunday, we are home versus Sacramento. This one is a little tough.
All right. So we got to give Sacramento its early season props.
Yes.
Because they've been hooping. Now they got their new
they got
their
Kevin
new
Huerter.
Huh?
Kevin
they got
Huerter
Kevin
cooking.
No, I'm talking about their new Brandon.
Oh, the new
with
logo?
the beam, with the beam. No, with the beam. So every time Sacramento wins a game, they shoot a beam up into the sky. And they call it Fire the Beam. It is their rallying cry now. Look it up. It's kind of nuts. It's literally shooting a big laser in the sky. I only found out about it because I follow Wob on Twitter. And Wob was like, yo, every time they win, he posts a picture of them firing the beam up into the sky.
Copy.
So Sacramento, as you know, has not made the playoffs since Chris Webber.
This is the first time they're over 500 in a while. Because I was tracking it. Because people always say, LOL, Knicks.
I think this is the last time they was over 500 when Buddy and Iman Shumpert was there.
I don't even know if they was over
That was like
500. And that was a minute ago, too.
They was winning games. Then they sold. I remember that was like, that might have been like 4 or 5 years ago. But they haven't won they haven't been in the playoffs since Chris Webber. And Mike Bibby.
So I'm looking at they like game by game. De'Aaron Fox, they leading scorer. I think De'Aaron Fox is the goods. I got to say, I don't know if they won the Pacers trade, but I do think the Pacers trade was a good trade. Having 2 point guards and no big men is kind of silly when you can trade one of the point guards for a big man.
I think it was a good trade for both. I think it was.
It's working out for the design.
So at the time, they killed Sacramento.
They killed Sacramento.
Ty Halliburton was him.
Apparently.
He was the one. Why would you trade him? And I think like 3 days before, he was like, yo, I want to turn things around in Sacramento, this, that, and the third.
They was like, no, you're not.
And they was like, nah, we really trading you because we're not trading De'Aaron Fox because we just paid him.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. I was killing Sacramento too. I thought that, I was like, why is Sacramento traded Ty Halliburton? Like, he's good. He's not like elite, but. And I mean, he's cooking this year. Like, he leads the league in assists.
He's a good player. I don't think he's a bad player. I just think the 2 point guard.
It was just a poor decision. Silly. And then they went and drafted Davion Mitchell too. So they had 3 point guards back to back. Like they drafted Ty Halliburton and Davion Mitchell in back to back draft. So that's why I thought they was get rid of De'Aaron, but that was just not the case.
Yeah.
So that's all to say that Sacramento's a good team.
They're a good team.
They got good players. Kevin Huerter is balling.
His new role is for him.
Yeah, he is balling. Like
he's having a really good season.
But you got to think about it. Like he came from playing with Trae Young, who's a shooter,
very ball dominant. De'Aaron
Fox, he's ball dominant, but he's not a shooter. He wants to go to the rack.
Yeah.
So if he wants to go to the rack, and Trae could go to the rack too, but De'Aaron is most of the time going to the rack.
Yes.
So
and Sabonis is a good passer for a big. Like
they're both good, but
sees the floor very well.
Yeah, Sabonis be getting triple doubles sometimes.
Yeah, he's averaging 6.5 assists. That's a lot.
That is some Joker. That's some Joker shit, bro.
Yeah.
So he's hooping.
Yes.
De'Aaron Fox is hooping.
Yes.
Kevin Huerter is hooping.
Yes.
They got Harrison Barnes, and Harrison Barnes' fourth option is. Okay.
That's his role. He liked that role. That role got him a chip.
Whole back.
That's where he wanted to be.
His whole back. Everybody's been trying to put Harrison Barnes in third and second and first option roles, and Harrison Barnes has just been like, no, I want to be a fourth option.
Let me be the guy y'all not thinking about.
They got a good rookie,
so
Keegan Murray, that was cooking up the summer league.
Okay. I don't know much about Keegan Murray.
He was cooking up the summer league.
Okay.
And I don't watch that much summer league basketball, but he was cooking it up.
Fair enough.
So they got a good team. They got a good team. I want to win this game because I just feel like we should win against the Kings, and that's just my personal opinion.
I also have us win.
But.
Let's hear it. It is home. We are not good at home.
Home?
We're at home.
And Domantas Sabonis versus Julius Randle.
Nah, Julius wins that. Julius has a good track record. Had to hell with him.
I remember. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I've seen at least 5 games where Domantas Sabonis has played the Knicks and he's scored like he's been 12 for 12 or 13 for 14. Or like he gets buckets.
He gets buckets, but Julius gets his too. Gets his too.
We'll see.
Like when we played the Pacers, Sabonis wasn't. The problem was Miles Turner. Because no one wants to close out on him. He just is the greatest shooter ever versus us. And then he goes back to being average. But
I'm Turner Hobb. I'm Turner.
Big Turner Hobb over here. He thinks that's the missing piece.
I'm Turner Hobb.
This is his theory that Miles Turner's the missing piece. But no, I got us winning this game. Here's why. Yes, they got talent. Yes, they, getting a real good season out of Fox. He should be an all-star. Sabonis averages more assists than Jalen Brunson. I think that's funny. He averages 6.5. Brunson averages 6.3. But here's why I think we should win. 1, we're at home. 2, I'm expecting to be coming off a win. We better be coming off a win in Charlotte. So we should be coming off a win. Spirit should be high. It's a Sunday afternoon game. This is really why I got us winning. So teams from Sacramento playing in our time zone on after that's hard to do. Full stop. Traveling coast to coast and then being your performance. I just think that that's going to be a real benefit to us. But I think that Jalen Brunson has a favorable matchup. I know Spider. He's supposed Spider, not Spider. He's supposed to be a good defender, but I haven't seen it in games versus him and games I've watched him. So I think I like that Brunson versus Fox matchup. I like the Randle versus Sabonis matchup, even though I think Sabonis will get his. I think they're going to be a wash. And I'm expecting RJ Barrett to outplay Kevin Huerter. Will it happen?
What a statement.
Will it happen? I don't know. But if you told me to pick one right now, I'm picking RJ, no hesitation. But I just think that if we have any hope of being a playoff team, whether it's play-in, 6 seed, any of that, RJ has to beat out players like Kevin Huerter, and I believe he can do it. So that's why I think we're going to win.
All right.
It's my beliefs.
So I'm not going to lie. I think we're going to lose this game.
Okay.
I think we're going to lose this game. Not for reasons that I just think
not rational reasons, not basketball.
I think this is just the game we lose this week. Honestly, I think that
be the case.
We win Atlanta in an emotional game. I think we win Charlotte because Charlotte is so mid, and I think that we lose this game because I think that I just think that Sacramento's playing good, and they have. I'm on the record right now for saying that Sacramento may be in the midst of their Knicks 2020 season.
Yeah,
and like the way they're playing, like I don't watch them on league pads, but just from the highlights that I watch, especially just trying to make sure I know what I'm talking about. But
yep.
It's like they are playing like mad fluid. Like Swiper looks like he's getting into his form. And I just feel like this is the day. I feel like this is a game that we get caught slipping. Like we think we should win and we don't win. And then we get a little annoyed. But then you look at it and Swiper has 25 and 10 and Sabonis has 25 and 10. And then you have Kevin Huerter with like 18 points. And then someone out of our big three cells. And it could be any one of them at this point because they like to take turns apparently.
Selling.
And
I will say Sacramento has been a wild, streaky team this year. They had a 7-game win streak. I did not know that.
Yes.
They also had a 4-game losing streak.
They
did. And they've won their last 3. Before that, they lost their last 3.
That's exactly how Knicks 2020 went, though. Like, we was winning.
Once we got hot.
We was hot.
And it was over.
And then
once Derek came, it was GG's. I think we won like 8 in a row. So I didn't realize this before I said it, but now I feel even more confident about my pick. So they have a 6-game road trip. We're game 3 of 6 for them. Wednesday night they're at Milwaukee. Then they're at Cleveland. So those are gonna be 2 tough games. Might be 2 losses if I'm being honest, but I think Sacramento can play with both of those teams. But I think they're going to overlook us because if you look at their next 4 games, they got Milwaukee, Cleveland, New York, and Philly. If you're going to have a letdown one of those games, if you're going to look over.
We could get lucky.
We are a team to look over.
It's really a pick 'em game for me. I'm a pick. As I said, I'm picking that because I feel like we're going 2-1 this week. And if I got to choose between if we're going to lose to Atlanta, we're going to lose to Sacramento, I'm going to take the Sacramento L.
Unrelated before we move on, but I got to point it out because poverty. Tickets for the Cleveland-Sacramento game start at $9. Now, I don't understand how Cleveland has a profitable business model. I don't. They are in hell. $9 to get into an NBA basketball game in 2022.
Disgusting.
It's insane. That's Syracuse Mets prices, y'all. I don't even know if that's Syracuse Mets prices. $9 is absurd. Raise y'all ticket prices. Y'all got 3 superstars.
3 of them.
Come on. 3 all-stars.
3 all-stars. All right. So.
Team hate.
It's Tom.
Where we at? Oh, LOL Knicks.
You are team hate right now. I love it. But
great team hate energy.
It's Tom, LOL, Knicks for clicks.
Knicks for clicks. I have one. And it sucks because this is my guy. Let's be clear. I F's with Alex, Knicks Central. He's one of the co-hosts of the Bad Weather Fans podcast. I will say his entire view of the Knicks is negative. He rarely posts anything good. Like, if you just look through his tweets, it's just like, Tibbs is a bad coach. RJ shouldn't have took that shot. Brunson is not a real point. Like, it's just hate 24/7. And I don't understand how people live like this. It's such a miserable outlook to have on your team. But my LOL Knicks tweet, he tweeted this during the Cavs game, and I had to clap. I actually did tweet back. But during the Knicks game, he said, the Knicks go through these dry spells where they can't score. You know why? Because they don't have a star. That, to me, is just comedy. One, because everybody in the NBA goes through dry. Do you watch professional basketball? Like, you're going to have dry spells.
Yes.
I watched the Celtics go through a crazy dry spell of not scoring. Like, that's just going to happen in basketball. But it was extra funny because the Cavs did not score in the final 2 minutes and 10 seconds of the game. They went through a dry spell. And they have 2 stars, according to y'all. So, that's my nominee. I'm sticking with it. I'm staying on this Donovan Mitchell hate train. And I need him to, because him and Kevin Durant did the same thing. So when Kevin Durant didn't come here, he got on the air and nobody want to be on the Knicks. Like, I don't know. I don't care. Stop giving us the backstory. But now Mitchell want to give us a trade detail every time. No. You play for Cleveland now. Do Cleveland stuff with your $9 ticket. I want to hear it. Stop talking about us. Leave us alone. You too, Katie. You are in New Jersey. Do New Jersey things. Get over 500. Stop being some mid. Get it together. And this hate is still going to stay present. Cleveland did trade for a star. They did it. They did exactly what y'all wanted the Knicks to do. And now look at them. Defeated.
By the Knicks.
By the clamp guard, Quentin Grimes, that y'all thought we should have traded. And now he going to put y'all favorite superstars in jail. Next up, Trae Young. That's my LOL Knicks tweet of the week. I love you, Knicks Central. I love you, Alex. But that was comedy. It was real comedy because he tweeted it and then they immediately proceeded to not score. They went through a dry spell. Frame 1. And they did it because he's a star, not a superstar. Giannis
so
don't
tough.
have dry spell.
That's
apparently.
just very, very tough.
What's you? You got one? You got one this week?
No
Knicks?
No. I had some.
Honestly, the spaces. So I had a bunch of nominees.
I had so many.
But they weren't basketball
my LOL
related.
Knicks for clicks went into overload because it was so many bad takes this week. It
wasn't even basketball bad takes.
It was so
just
many bad
nuts
takes this
things
week.
folks
So
were
I'm a collectively put Knicks for clicks, Knicks Twitter into Knicks for clicks because us as a community was very nasty this week.
It was a real nasty week.
Look what Tibbs does to us, guys. Fire
I saw
him.
somebody say that we should cut Cam Reddish.
I
saw that this week. It was wild west out there.
After 2 bad. It was, and this is what I say. Knicks Twitter, we are the best community on the internet.
Yeah.
I love it. It is entertaining.
Full-time entertainment.
You can't take it too seriously.
Yes.
And that's just the reality of the situation. Like, if you can't take it too serious, if you're gonna take it seriously, then you're just gonna be mad in Twitter all day.
It's on you.
Responding.
It's your fault. You should know it by now.
Yes.
2018, 2019, maybe you didn't know it's coming, but now, like, Bing Bong was viral. Like, Knicks Twitter is a wild place.
Yes.
So you gotta expect the wild.
It's the Wild West over here, man.
It's the Wild West. Oh man. Is that it? We got another segment?
You got anything else you want to talk about this week?
Nah, just be on the lookout for my AZ trade. I ain't gonna hold you. When they sat Derrick Rose and Cam Reddish, in my head, my immediate first thought was that the trade has been done. Like, the trade, I didn't know what the trade was.
The 80 trade is live? That's what you're saying?
Because you know a nasty trade is coming.
Yes.
How long have you been a Knicks fan? We know a disgusting trade is coming.
I saw Dolan on the sideline on Wednesday. I was like, oh, this brother is ready.
I was like, oh, no.
This brother's ready.
I don't ever want to see Dolan. Ever. Boy, go to the Rangers game. Don't come here. You are not who wants to be around.
Go play music with your band, sir.
I am ready for it. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know either a nasty trade is coming or Tibbs is getting fired.
One of
them is gonna. I hope it's Tibbs getting fired.
Ian Begley said that Leon Rose is fiercely loyal to Tibbs. We knew that. That was like water is a drinkable liquid. But
I don't know what the nasty trade is gonna be. I'm just looking around the league and seeing.
You're gonna be mad at it.
I am. Whatever it is, I'm gonna be mad. I'm
gonna be mad at it.
I know it.
Like, and I can't wait to break that down.
You can't convince me that it's not inevitable. You literally could not convince me that we're not about to trade RJ, Mitch, and 6 first-round picks for Pascal Siakam and Cam Reddish and Derrick Rose and Evan Point. Like, we're about to really do something disgusting, and I'm mentally not ready for it, and I'm trying to get myself ready.
Just prepare for it.
I know it's coming. We know it's coming. I just hope it's not too Knicks. I hope it's like the trade, like 2 years ago, we traded Dennis Smith for Derrick Rose. Last year, we traded Kevin Knox for Cam. I'm hoping it's something like that, but I think it's going to be stupider.
It might be.
It's going to be stupider. Another shout out to our podcast producers, Smooth Family ENT.
That's us.
Go add them on everything. Check us out on Twitter at Mo Breezy 213. Guru is at Frostmon Guru.
That's me.
Follow us on TikTok.
Follow
us on Twitter too at Upstate_Knicks. We really do appreciate y'all,
Thank you guys.
tuning in. Watching the Rowan Report, watching the TikToks, watching the Instagrams. We really do appreciate it. But remember, man, we Upstate, but the Garden will always be in our heart, man.
Next, stop selling us.
Please.
Stop selling us.
Please.
We just want a decent season.
Please. We just have a decent season.
That's all I ask.
Y'all take it easy.
Yes.